guys, it's your dude Jiedel, and today's video is going to be a bit different. I'm going to be talking about the things I want to see in 2K18, and mostly things that need to be fixed from this year's game. I don't have a lot of new ideas for 2K18, just the things I don't like about 2K17 that I want to be improved. The order in which I talk about things might be kind of random. I might jump from small issues to big issues, back to small issues, back to big issues. I'm kind of just going in the order that I wrote down my thoughts on my notepad, and some of the issues are related to each other, so before you write a comment, let me finish the thought before you explain something or write something. First issue, when the other team scores, your inbounders sometimes take forever to inbound the ball. Sometimes they walk back. Your team waits for a specific player to inbound the ball. This is really dumb. In the NBA, sometimes point guards inbound the ball to the center to get it back to the point guard. The Clippers do this all the time. In NBA 2K18, I want the inbounding to be faster. Now, I have a theory about why 2K purposely made the inbounding slow, and it's because the transition defense in this game is awful. Even with the slow inbounding in this game, a lot of times your players just get up the court, and in one pass, you get a wide open dunk on regular transition points. For them to fix the inbounding, the first thing they need to fix, transition defense after a basket or before a basket. If they fix up the transition defense, you can fix up the inbounding, speed everything up, because one problem with 2K17 is there's way too many stoppages of play. There's too many times in this game where we're not playing the game, we're just watching things. Now let's get to the sub menu. This weird circular sub menu is difficult to use. Now what's good about it is that unlike the old systems, you can choose any one of 5 players at the same time, whereas the old system you had to scroll through players. I see why they switched to it, but it's just not a good system. Also, it lists players at their position, not the position they're playing, which even though I've been doing the same subsystem all year, I still get confused pretty easily, and I know a lot of people do. The substitution's even worse in the coach menu. You can't do the 3-point lineup, the tall lineup, the specialty lineups. Those lineups can only be quickly called from in the game, and that's annoying. This driving animation, where you're really far away from the rim and the ball gets loose, should not be a shooting foul. They should get rid of that animation. It's annoying. Nobody likes that animation. Players passing the ball out of bounds, it needs to stop. Sometimes you'll be playing as Kevin Love, who has a gold outlet badge, and you'll throw a pass to half court and he'll throw it out of bounds. Now, I think we can all agree those full court passes on fast breaks, that can be kind of cheesy. The game doesn't need those. You know, we don't need players doing full court cherry picking passes all the time, but if it's only half the court, the player should almost never throw it out of bounds. 2K also needs to fix these slow passes around the perimeter where the player will often lob it to the corner or the sidelines. Stealing. One thing I hate about this game. If the ball is over a player's head and you hit the steal button, they should not swipe low for a steal. They should try to jump up and steal it. The stealing, honestly, it feels completely random. I think stealing needs more consistency. I don't know if that means make it easier, but it means make it more consistent, especially the overhead passes. Those are annoying. Some ratings in the game still don't make a lot of sense. 2K has gotten a lot better at doing the player ratings. I'm gonna show you some free throw stats. CJ McCollum has a 91 free throw, 91 free throw percentage, the best in the NBA this season. Steph Curry about a 90 free throw, and about an 89-90% free throw. The free throw ratings are great. They're kind of tied with the percentages. That was something I advocated for last year, and it looks like they've done that. But 2K still isn't using enough advanced stats. Now, the best rim protector in the NBA this season was Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid allowed only 40% of shots to go in scored on him. That was the best among all centers who played greater than 20 minutes. His defense rating in this game is an 87. Rudy Gobert's is a 97. Now, Rudy Gobert was close to Embiid. He was a 43% allowed. 3% is pretty much a wash. But why does Gobert have about 10 or 11 higher rating than Embiid when Embiid, he was the best player in the entire league this year defending the rim? And he played enough minutes for us to have a good sample size. When you look at stats, sometimes it can be hard because some players do shoot 100% on mid-range during the season, but they only shot it 4 times. You can't give them a 99 mid-range from that, obviously. But in this case, when there's a lot of minutes, 2K needs to not base their rating so much off perception and more on these advanced stats that really can give us a more accurate game. Another player, Chris Paul, is perceived to have dropped off a lot. That is a sentiment I see everywhere. But if you look at the stats and the Clippers' winning record, Chris Paul is really still one of the best 5 point guards in the NBA. Look at his 3-point percentage. It was the same as Steph Curry's. His rating in the game is 13 less than Curry's. Now, I'm not gonna lie here and say, oh, they have equal 3-point percentage, they're equal 3-point shooters. That's not true. The eye test needs to be taken into account. Steph Curry is probably the best off the dribble 3-point shooter I've ever seen in my life. So his rating should be higher than Chris Paul's. But should Chris Paul have an 86 3-pointer when he shot the same as Steph Curry? Chris Paul's rating should go up. This is an example where I think 2K takes people's perceptions of a player to not over or underrate them. Let's get to the simulation engine. It is awful. It makes no sense. I did a video a few months ago, could this year's Warriors team beat the 96 Bulls? In that video, I simulated the Warriors in a tournament against a lot of the EuroLeague teams, and in over 80% of those seasons, a EuroLeague team beat the Warriors, and most times they beat them in less than 7. A European League team would never stand a chance against the Golden State Warriors. The team that won the EuroLeague this year, Fenerbahce, some of their best players were NBA rejects like FK Udo. FK Udo was a Warrior at one time. He would never even get minutes on this year's Warriors team. Respect to a EuroLeague team that's very good like that team, and maybe that team could compete with a team like the Brooklyn Nets. They could not compete with this year's Warriors team. They would get annihilated. The fact that the 2K Sim Engine thinks they would beat them in a series is disturbing, and it needs to be fixed. My team. Now I'm going to talk about some issues I have with my team. First, I think the game needs to be played at a higher difficulty, because some of the shots that go in on these My Team Online games is disgusting. The difficulty can stay the same for the lower leagues, but the higher up you get, the difficulty needs to go up. One huge issue I have with the game, especially is later in the year, I think My Team gets a lot less fun. In the beginning of the year on My Team, you have to choose between your role players and what kind of team you want to build, because all the players have their normal strengths and weaknesses. I love My Team, and I like it less and less as the year goes on, because every player who's a diamond can basically do everything. Dennis Rodman has a 76 3-point shot in this game. Now you're thinking, oh my gosh, Jiedel, a 76 rating, that's not that good. That doesn't make him a good 3-point shooter, but it gives him the ability to shoot threes. Rodman was about a 23% career 3-point shooter. If you choose to use Dennis Rodman, you should have to deal with the drawbacks of having a Dennis Rodman. If you're playing a 5-out offense with Dennis Rodman, I should be able to completely ignore him, and he should not be able to consistently hit threes on me. My team is about building your team to a play style you want to make. Right now, I feel like everyone plays a 5-out because pretty much any player in the game can shoot. Stop giving players abilities they don't have. And I know this makes it unfair for older players. A lot of older players were bad 3-point shooters. Look at 3-point percentages and 3-point leaders back in the day. It's a joke compared to now. But that doesn't mean 2K should just give these old players abilities they didn't have. Oscar Robertson played when there was no 3-point line, and he has a 96 3-pointer. What the heck? I really doubt Oscar Robertson is a better 3-point shooter than Chris Paul is. Like, that's just not feasible. I think we can all agree 3-point shooting is one of the most important stats we look at when we want a My Team card, because ultimately every diamond card who's a 96 or above is the same card. They just have different heights and weights. We're basically choosing between height and weight. We're not choosing between players because they can all do the same thing. My team should really be about building a team and putting thought into the way the players fit together. If you want to play like the Memphis Grizzlies, you should be able to do that. But if everyone can shoot threes like a Rodman, then why not play a 5-out every time? Next thing for my team, take away the stupid thing where the players walk around the court for like 20 seconds before each game. Why does that happen? The fact that that's even in 2K17 is still a problem. I want to be constructive with this video and acknowledge that some of the issues with the game can be really difficult to fix from a balancing perspective, but there's no reason that should have made it into 2K17, and there's no reason it should be in 2K18. That is one of many issues where the game just makes us watch something and we're sitting around waiting instead of playing the game. Get rid of Blacktop. Nobody likes it. It's not fun. Add a draft mode. Basically just add the 2K MT Central Draft into My Team and let us play that. Maybe we have to pay VC to enter the draft mode. Maybe we have to pay MT to enter the draft mode. I don't care, but give us a draft mode, give us rewards for winning a certain amount of consecutive games, make it happen. There's no reason that shouldn't be in the game. People want it. We're gonna buy the game anyway, and that's probably why they don't add it, but respect your fans, you know? Also, 2K, please add a casual game mode. If I wanna play My Team and just chill and kind of just low-key play and not play my heart out, I should be able to do that. You can't do that on the My Team Online, you know, road to the playoffs mode, because everyone's trying really hard, which makes sense. There should be a casual mode. Challenge mode. Challenge mode is for people who don't spend money on VC. There's no reason if you spend money on VC you ever play challenge mode. No YouTubers are really playing challenge mode for a reason. If the challenge mode is for people who don't spend money on the game, I think we should get some of these lineup restrictions, and I think 2K should give the players a lineup to use in the game. So look at this one, you must use 5 Bull players. Why doesn't 2K do something interesting, like have you play against the super stacked 3-point shooting team and give you no 3-point shooters? They should make the challenges their own custom challenges, like the situation mode they had in old 2Ks. That would be a lot of fun, because then the challenges would be kind of hard. You know, we would have less control over our team, which I do understand is the whole point of My Team, but they could make more fun challenges, or at least add that alongside the current challenge mode. I think that would be a lot of fun. Collector's levels, they need to be revamped. Look how many pack openings I've done this year. I spend roughly $100 to $120 on almost every pack opening I do. And look, I don't even have 1,000 cards collected. We're now in late June, and someone like me who spent probably over $1,000 on the game, I don't even have 1,000 cards. And when I reach 1,000 cards, I'm gonna get what, an amethyst player? Rework the collector's levels, give us better players earlier, because there's not that many people who spend $2,000 the month the game comes out and they'll have an amethyst the first week. There's not that many people. It really won't disrupt the game. For collector's levels, it needs to let us inspect the collector level card. Right now, you can't inspect card from the collector level screen. One thing I will not be constructive about is this next issue. Getting a loss when you win a game. There is nothing more frustrating to win a My Team game and get a loss. It's happened to almost every YouTuber who does My Team Online videos. When I met Chris Smoove at the NBA Live event, he was telling me about how his goal for his series is he's trying to get every single seed perfect, get undefeated. And he said he was undefeated at one point and he got a loss for winning. Do you know how infuriating that is? And if that is a case, if that is some sort of network issue that cannot be fixed by the time 2K18 comes out, you guys need to have some sort of system that allows us to report this, especially if we have video evidence. For us YouTubers especially, I record like every My Team Online game I play. If I have video evidence of me playing an honest to God game, winning the game, and then getting a loss, there is no reason you guys shouldn't be able to fix that. It might be a challenge to implement the ability to change results, but to say it's not possible, I just don't think that's true. Anything is possible with the coding you can do. As a side note, I just want to show that Halo 2, a game that came out in 2004, still has the game tracking for the game. You can go back and look at every detailed breakdown of every game you've ever played, and some of these matches I played were over a decade ago, and there's still data for it and stuff, so the fact that 2K can't go back and look at the game for a 2017 game seems really fishy to me. That's a really big issue, and the fact that 2K has been just throwing it under the bridge like it's not a big deal is very insulting to the player base. I'm very disappointed with that. That's been an issue in the game for a long time. In the My Team community, there's probably no issue we would want fixed more than that one, but they won't fix it. And it's frustrating, man. And finally, a little thing, make custom home jerseys be white, mandatory, and don't allow white to be an away color. In the NBA, every team except for the Lakers uses white home jerseys for the most part. And My Team, you should not be allowed to have a black home jersey because a lot of people use black away jerseys and that's confusing. It's not hard to make a white only home rule. Or you can give us an alternate third jersey to use. Perhaps 2K can implement a system where certain color codes aren't allowed to be worn with other color codes. Let's say you have black home jerseys and the guy you're playing against has black away jerseys and maybe yellow home jerseys. 2K should recognize that the black is within a certain code, a certain range of the other black, and it should make the away team use their other jerseys, or give us alternate third jerseys to use. That's another possibility, to mix it up and require the jerseys to be different colors. I don't know how feasible an idea that is. Again, I'm not a code expert. I don't know how difficult something like that would be to implement, but I think 2K has a lot of smart devs and I think they could get something like that done. I'm gonna end the video here. There will be a part 2 where I talk more about my ideas for 2K18, new things they can do. And I definitely forgot some things with 2K17, some problems, or didn't elaborate enough on some things. If there's something I forgot, please leave it in the comments. We can talk about it next video. If you like this video, please check out my new series, the No Money Spent series. I put a lot of time into it. Episode 1 up here, episode 2 down here. Please leave a subscription if you haven't already. Let me your thoughts. You hate comments? Bring them on. Peace.